Welcome, friends. Today we are back, but first we must change the angle of the camera. There it is. Sorry about that. Absolute pig for people when it's not in landscape mode. Do forgive us. That was extremely fucking silly of us. How are you? I am down for some reason. Well, I know what it is. I know exactly why I'm down. When I say I'm down, I feel like it's more melancholy than down, you know? Just a bit of a funny one, really. We'll see how we get on. We'll see what happens. So, what you all up to? I just wanted to stream because it's this time of night that it gets a little bit fucking... Shit gets a bit dark. You know? I know the way I'm feeling. This is a reformulated stream. I'm not going to be miserable because I do believe that misery is contagious, and I mean it's highly fucking contagious as well. So I don't want to be fucking spreading that shit out. So I've come on here to cheer myself up with you people, some of my favourite people. You know? So that's where we are. That's what I'm thinking. I've got good news. I've bought a perfume. Also, HMVT, who has an absolutely brilliant first name, who I won't be revealing it because he might not want us to, but I absolutely fucking love his first name, contacted me and said, yeah, I'm happy to buy that Hyrax off you. So I've shifted that. So that will be getting getting sent out on Monday, really. Jura Rose has sent me some lovely messages, so I will send him some lovely messages. I saw loads of cows today. Sorry, this is not at my usual time, not my local time. It's always at your local time, surely. It's not at my usual time today. But I just got back, and I was like, whoa, fuck. My usual time, not my local. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I was just feeling a bit fucking down, like, so I thought, fuck it. I'll come on here and talk to the homies. Let's go again, says Dushan. When first you don't succeed. Yeah, I had the feng shui of me camera was wrong, you know? Life happens. Yes, life happens, doesn't it? It does. We love live stream reformulations. They are always good. Richard's reformulations are always on point. Yes, I try not to reformulate if possible. I don't even edit my creations. I just make them, kind of like Prin Lomros. I don't fucking edit them. I just make them. The reason for the dark camera isn't any sort of like Faustian or like Freudian insight. It's just that I need to actually charge the motherfucker before I could go live. So it's sat charging at the minute. When I get up and go over to the, what's it called? The bureau, then you will see me. Well, you won't see me. You'll see the normal background. I Welcome, Hare Krishnan. Hare Krishnan Kanan. How are you, sir? Hey, Taffy. I am feeling a little blue. But I will try and turn that frown upside down, Kelly. That's how I want to feel. Phil says, well, you just saved me from myself, so I appreciate that. Well, that's what we all need. Lily, I hope you're feeling well. Don't feel down. It's nothing a rant about uncut gem conflicts. Jesus. I don't want to feel that down. You know what I mean? Speaking ill of the wicked, you know? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh. I am a thirsty boy. I've drank a lot of water tonight. Could that be a reason for sadness? No. No, it couldn't. Oh. So yes, today I put in my order for Invasion Bar. I got a 100ml bottle, paid a little bit extra, got the 100ml bottle. Bollocks. I'm fucking buzzing. Bob, welcome to you. Well, these lives always cheer me up, so, well, I'm glad. They always cheer me up as well. Kitchy K says, my advice for the day is be careful who you make friends with. I agree. That's good advice. Well said, Kitchy K. How now, brown cow, says Phil. I saw some brown cows yesterday. Floor Note says, only half an hour later than usual. Might as well be usual. Well, I'm pretty consistent as far as I just got an email off the man from MDCI. He said, thank you. And thanks to him. Or what do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta? Oh, goodness me, Kelly. Dear me. I love it. Have to call in your crew. A vintage bubble stream minus the bubbles. Yes, it is. It's a vintage stream. Hold on. Let's see if I can get the bubbles on. Let's have a look. There is blush. There's Hey! Yes! There it is. I don't know that they'll stay on. But why not, eh? We do like vintage on this channel. Benji is wearing Strange Love's Lost in Flowers. Have you got a bottle of that? Because that shit is not cheap. Hello, Michael John. Who's getting Amouage King Blue $500 USD? That is an absolutely outrageous price. How can they possibly justify that? Isn't that MDMI about 10 times too powdery for you? No. It's just on the line. It's just on the line. It's beautiful, mind. Dear Barbara. Enrique is wearing Fougère d'Argent, which I am looking into buying as well. So that's fun. I've actually got a sample of that King Blue. It's an orange leather, surprisingly. Not shelling out 400 quid for it, though, says Benji. Yes, well said. Rich, where did you order the MDCI from? Well, hear this, right? If you email MDCI directly at, oh, fuck me, brace yourselves, right? So if you get in touch with the guy directly at, so his email is contact@parfumsmdci.com, and you say, hi, I would like to buy from you. What he will do is he will email you back and say, okay, that's no problem. Here are the options for the perfume you want. Say Invasion Bar. I will also, if you buy directly from us, I will also include 5 11mm like travel atomizers, and you can choose which ones you want. And I will also include 3 2mm samples, and you can choose which ones you want. He says you can have repetitions, but only 1 or 2, you know. So I got 100mm of Invasion Barbar plus an 11mm of Invasion Barbar. I got like a few of the other ones too. And he says then, like, if you reply to him, right, what he does is he'll send it, and he'll send it in such a way that you won't have to pay import, you know, which is very kind, I thought. I mean, we don't need to be bothered. I mean, the tax man's busy enough. You know what I mean? He doesn't need any hassle from us. It would be extremely like bad form from us. It would be extremely bad form. The Chancellor doesn't need fucking extra hassle. He's got enough on his plate, surely. You know, inflation's nearly fucking double digits. Fucking, excuse me, whilst I hydrate. Inflation's at double digits. The fucking economy's on its arse. The world's going to shit. So, why don't we just leave him out of it? So yes, I bought it from MDCI directly, but you've got to email them. Bubbles, ooh ah, says Lily. Scent of the day is Etro's Musk. What's that like? Anyway, you were right, says Pulpifeno. Perfume is better than Fragrant. I like it, and I just joined him. Nice. Bob says the frickin' bubbles just perked me up. Ah, bubbly. Feeling bubbly. Lily, you are beautiful like Metsuko, says Dushan. Metsuko is too alive for my disposition. Thanks for the info. I wrote down the email. That sounds like a good deal. Yes, it is a good deal. The quality of the fragrances are fucking really good. It's especially Invasion Barbar. It's fucking fantastic. Well, Eau de Hermes today. Do you know, I nearly wore Eau de Hermes today, but I went with Metropolis by Lauder. It was raining, so a bit cooler day down here. Nice. Duck Nation Barbar. Rich, can you add the link to Rachel's site? Yes, I can add the link to Rachel's. I can add the link to Rachel's, not site, what's it called? To her, oh, fuck me, what's it called? YouTube channel, Jesus. Sorry, I'm absolutely all over the place. So if you want to go and listen to me and Rachel talk about Perfume on Rachel's channel, I've put the link in the chat. Benji, tell him I sent you. I don't think it'll do anything, but you know, if you want to tell him I sent you. Testing Miller et Beto. Indian study now. Kind of Tamdao-esque affair. Minus the cedar with some spices in added. Fucking Tamdao is basically just a cedar perfume, isn't it? Sounds nice though. Okay, it's time for clubbing. The vintage and taste will kill pigeons on the way to the bar. Hello, Pat Lester. Your scent of the day is Vintage Girl on Vetive. I thought about wearing that today as well. I enjoyed your first chat with it. I will put in... Oh, fuck me. There it is. That is Rachel's website, actual website. I have not written that down properly. Fuck's sake. Sorry, friends, there's a bit of a clusterfuck so far. I don't think that link's working either, to be perfectly frank. But bollocks, who knows? Hold on. There we are. Right, hold up. It's not even www dot. This time, baby. There it is. Right. Hello, Andrej. You bought Hermes Essence 4 times 15 mil, 2 Vetiver Tonka, 1 Santal Messiah, and 1 Brinda Religieuse. Apparently, Brinda Religieuse has been discontinued. That's unexpected, isn't it? Didn't see that one coming. So, give me 2 minutes. Sorry, that was outrageous. I'm going to dehydrate. Is me. I have returned to you, friends. And thank God. Oh, what a day. Oh. What do we have here, friends? The balloons are back in the game. Balloons? Balloons? I think you'll find that bubbles. Just ordered the new Frederick Malle sample. Hope it's not shite like Uncut Jim. HMV Teeth, hello. Welcome to you. I was just telling everybody about how much I liked your first name, but I didn't tell anyone what it was, in case you didn't. Well, I thought it would be like, it's not fair to say what someone's name is without them knowing, but it is fantastic. Nice one. Heaven Can Wait. Heaven Can Wait. That's such a shit name. I hope the fucking Perfume's not shite. Does anyone know when it's being released? Praying it's not Grunt. Dear me. Any recommendations on full hermescence? Excuse me. Oh. Recommendations on full hermescence. Queer d'ange. Queer d'ange. What else? Brinda Religieuse. Santal Messiah. Bit of a tonka. I know you said you'd tried that one, but it's great. Paprika Brazil. Iris Ukiyo-e. Yeah. Musk kind of has a summer clean fougere vibe, where it's close on me, but catch whiffs. Only paid €60. Etro is definitely a slept-on house. Yeah, it really is. There is no product. Hey, product does H24 EDP last longer than 8 hours? Might do. Yes, Bobby, I lived there for 6 months. Absolute grunge city. That port opened up to gangs and organised crime, says Pradeep. Marseille. Yeah, Marseille is fucking... It's dark, like. Amber Nargile and Queer d'ange. Yeah, Amber Nargile, absolutely. John Hodge. Good afternoon. Any recommendations on a fragrance with a great fir balsam note? Not off the top of my head. Is that duck banging his head against the wall in frustration? It could have been, yeah. Sounds like someone was getting whacked. It was my door. What's the new perfume from Malle, Pradeep? It's called Heaven Can Wait, and it's going to be shit. I've got a horrible feeling. Ah, Lily, yes. Rich gives off mob vibes. Yes. You don't know how right you are. What's the new perfume from Malle, Pradeep? Is it outrageous? That's an old perfume from Malle. Thanks, Pradeep. There's a new one called Outrageous, which they describe as brash yet sophisticated. JCE is probably the most consistent perfumer, so I have some... He's consistent, but I just don't think he's very good. Queer d'ange, Ego Ebene. Excuse me. Queer d'ange, Ego Ebene, Rosa Cabana, Brinda Religieuse, says Bob. Oh, I've heard personally say that Brinda Religieuse is discontinued. Heaven Can Wait is described as a powdery musk. Oy. Who's the perfumer? It's Jean-Claude Elena. Oh, that's an old release, says Hare Krishna. What up, Steps? How is everyone? Heaven Can Wait is Iris, Magnolia, and Musk in that order. I'm not sure how I feel about Iris as a top note. Excuse me. Iris is the kind of note that you like to wait for, isn't it? You know. Yeah. I've got... Sorry, I've just got a bit of a pain in my shoulder there. I don't know where that came from. It wants to sort off, though. So somebody's just left a comment, so I'm going to reply. Okay. Ooh, lots of people watching. Hello, everyone. Today we are doing a vintage stream. Literally. Got the bubbles back. Gone vintage with the bubbles, that's right. Rich, why do you find the name of the new Frederick Malle bad? I find it perfect for a perfume. It's like a metaphor, which perfumes often are. It sounds like a James Bond film. Heaven Can Wait, you know? And to be honest, all right, I'm not a fan of the James Bond film names. I think they're a bit cheesy. They could have called it something else. It's just personal preference. I just don't like it. You know? And welcome, Mala Education. Gone vintage with the bubbles, yes, Rich, in that order. Yes, that's right, Harry. It has pimento, ambrette, cloves, carrot seeds, iris, prune, peach, vanilla, vetiver, and musk. What does? Amouage, yeah, they've called it a blue fragrance. Doesn't necessarily mean that it is a blue fragrance. Rich, do you have my Rogers? I don't have anyone's Rogers. I had a couple of them, but I sold them. I prefer to get the originals. You know, like all of Rogers' stuff's based on something else. So I just buy the vintage bottles of, that's kind of like my modus operandi as it stands. I do like the note of plum, Dushan, says Hare Krishnan. I like the note of plum. What's it called? It is called Feminite Dubois, plum and cedar. Beautiful. Hello, Alan Hansen. I was thinking about you today. I don't know if Rachel is here. It'll be like, what, 4 o'clock in the morning where she is, bless her. So unless the kids got her up early. Frederick Malle taking big hits as of late. 2 strikes. Yeah, the last 2 for me have been rubbish. I mean, the last one might as well have been 2 strikes on its own. Could have been 3 strikes on its own. Absolutely fucking awful. Uncut gem. Rotten. Tobacco Wood and Tenths by Tom Ford, says Alan. That's deep on the 1st of July. Do you take requests? Any chance we get a rendition of Tiny Bubbles? Hold me closer, tiny bubbles. Sorry, that was appalling. I shan't be doing that again. Malagicacion says yes, but not all the people know about an obscure James Bond movie. No, most people don't. I mean, it's not a James Bond. It's not actually a James Bond movie, but it just sounds like one, you know? It sounds like it could be a James Bond. Casino Royale's the most normal name for a James Bond film, you know? How is your horse neighbour Duck, says Pradeep? Out there somewhere. Having a great time, probably. Come to LA, Doug. I can show you all the crazy homeless people in encampments. Ooh, that's voyeurism, surely. That's dark. I'm going to see all the homeless. Hi, homeless people. How are you? Someone has just donated some covfefe. Whoa! Rachel is live. Rachel is here. Thanks, Rachel. Rachel has donated, which is very kind. I hope you are listening, Rachel. Hi, if you are. It must be 4 o'clock in the morning there. I believe Heaven Can Wait was an older movie with Warren Beatty, chick flick. Yes, that's right. Yes, it was actually an older film. It seems to me that preconceived opinions are very much at home on this live stream, says Mala Educacion. Well, you might be right. Yes, but not all the people know about an obscure James Bond movie. Oh. I've got many reasons to be not looking forward to the new Frederick Malle. The last one was awful. Uncut Gem. Sorry, I've nearly choked there. That's better. I choked on some water. It's sound to people living in the English-speaking countries. I mean, I just don't like the name. You know, it's not that deep. I just don't like the sound of the name. It sounds like a bad James Bond film. But it turns out it's not actually a bad James Bond film. It's a bad Warren Beatty film. But yes, preconceived opinions, why not? We're all friends here. Micah says, I don't mind being in the minority with Uncut Gem. There's no need to mind being in the minority at all. If you like it, you like it. You know? I just feel very strongly that it's awful, you know? If somebody came up to me and felt very strongly that it was great, that'd be fine. That is not a problem. I don't mind that at all. In fact, I respect it. You know? If someone's sitting saying something and you don't feel the same way, say. It's cool. Tiny bubbles in the wine make me love you, make me feel fine. Or so sang Don Ho. Plum receives 9 out of 10 plums. 4 Best Fruit in the Fragrance Award. Jean-Claude Elena is the perfumer for Heaven Can Wait. He is, that's right. Any thoughts on Girl on Vintage du Coq cologne? Those colognes are all fantastic. Anuj, I'm hoping to try and pay you this week coming up, mate. Hare Krishnan, says Rachel. Welcome, Rachel. And thank you for donating. You are very kind. How the hell did that broccoli absolutely destroy James Bond in that last movie? Pile of trash. They just wanted to kill him, didn't they? You know what I mean? Sorry if you haven't seen it, but they've always had this thing for the first film when a new actor comes in is always fantastic. GoldenEye, Casino Royale, you know, not the Living Daylight, sorry. From Russia with Love, I realized that was the second one from Sean Connery, but still probably the best James Bond film, if not Casino Royale for me. Daniel Craig's Casino Royale was it was immense. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Rich is a star. Love your videos with Rich, says Hare Krishna. Well, thank you both. Anuj, welcome. Popping in and out to say hello, Perfume peeps. Day off celebrating Canada Day. Have a great stream and a great weekend. Yes, Uncut Gem was shite, Rich, says Hare Krishna. Yeah, it's just a bad perfume in my life. Yes, a great video with Rich was greatly appreciated. Thank you, friends. Ganymede smells good to me. You like Ganymede? Ganymede's a bit heavy-handed for me. I appreciate the fact that it's not the same as everything else. You know, that it's doing its own thing, that it's different. You know, I just don't like it. So I can appreciate the artistry and the invention and that, but I'm just not a fan, to be honest. Casino Royale was very good, says HMVT. Who that next Bond? Could be Henry Cavill, you know. Henry Cavill. Try being in the minority of Ganymede and tobacco law, says J-Rod. I love that shit. All opinions are welcome here. Most opinions are welcome here. As long as it's not some kind of outrageous fucking shit. speaking of Girl On and acknowledging how predictable this is for me, but I'm anxious to sample the new Aqua Allegoria Oud Yuzu. I've heard about the Oud Yuzu. It was on Persolaise. Persolaise has talked about it. Sean Connery was the best James Bond. Yeah, I mean, he was James Bond. You know what I mean? He just was. Sean Connery was the best James Bond. There's no argument there. MAB line is solid in my opinion. Welcome, Pep, from the Sentinel. I hope you are well. I quite enjoyed Ganymede, but wish Bish would stop his Aki galore. Yeah, he must be making a fortune on the Aki galore. Well, he must have shares in it or something, you know. Crazy. Micah says, my wife says, it smells musky on me. Pat says, Ian Fleming novels are nice to read. It goes well when can visualize the movie while you're reading. I don't know that I've ever read one. I've listened to a couple of audiobooks, but actually sat and read one? Don't think so. Harry says, happy Canada Day to Anoush and other Canadian friends out here. Yes, Eugene, happy National Day to you. I don't think we have a Britain Day. You know, every day is Britain Day. We don't necessarily discriminate. Every day is Britain Day. Sauvage Elixir is solid, don't care what people say, says Stephs. It's the best. It's the best of the bunch, but I still don't think it's very nice. Oh, Books. Speaking of Books, Audrey Jane has had her baby. I don't know if I told you this. Audrey Jane has been expecting a baby for a while and has had her baby. So, Bebe is here. Welcome, Bebe. How are you? Hope Bebe as well. Roger made perfume for use. For use? What do you mean, Roger made a perfume for use? Do you think Ganymede is a turning point or will be a cornerstone moving forward? That's not a particularly wanted or popular opinion, but fucking hell. Oh, excuse me. My good. Congratulations, Audrey Jane, says Lily. And Bob. All elixirs. Bob says elixir is kick-ass. All elixirs seem to carry on quite a bit too long. Yeah. Congratulations, Audrey Jane, says Rachel. Maybe she will pop in. Maybe she won't. She'll be busy with Bebe. Did you put some filters on, Duck? An ass word is being held for review. Can you show it? Can everyone see what Bob is saying? I didn't actually put any on. I think they're just there. You know? Lily with some swearing. I think I might just see what happens. See if I can turn them off. The lemon emoji is the only filter. Yeah, I'll put that on, definitely. It did ask us if I wanted to hold messages for review. Community moderation, blocked words, community defaults. Anyone can participate, yes. Message delay, none. Community defaults, no. I'm going to turn that off. So now you can say whatever you want. Apart from lemons. When English seems to be the unofficial international language to get by in most places, every day is Britain Day. We did invent the world. Apparently. I hate to admit, but I do kind of like Sauvage Elixir, says Justin Height. Won't buy it, though. Too many great vintages I like more. I could buy at that price point. That's it, you see. You pays your money, you takes your choice. It depends what you want to spend your money on. It's your money, you make it. You know what I mean? Spend it on what you want. Doesn't matter what I say. You know? Baby. Happy baby day, says Phil. This was last Sunday, by the way. I just didn't want to say anything, but I saw Audrey Jane talking about it on Jacob's stream last night, so I was like, it's out in the open now. The lemon emoji is the only filter. I'm sorry, I'm in a mood, says Lily. Why are you in a mood, Lily? Tell us all. We are your friends. It kind of dries down to the Parfume. Yeah, I hate that. I really don't like Sauvage. Must give Sauvage Elixir time. It's really setting in now how good it is, says Bob. Let's try to guess the next evolution of flanker past Elixir. Adamantium. I can't say lemon. This is a high crime against humanity, says Lily. No, you can say lemon, but you can't post a lemon emoji, Kelly. Sauvage Pimp Juice, says J-Rob. Spaced Out says, Mitch, it absolutely does matter what you say. You're the test maker around these circles. Rules are rules, says Spaced Out. For your information to all, so Avant-Garde currently has a 30% off sale on everything. I don't know what that means, but if you want 30% off at Avant-Garde, yum, says Alan. Oud, Sauvage Mood, Sauvage Fluidity Bleu by Francis Curtijon. Shite. He lost my confidence as Francis Curtijon. I do not care for the shit he makes. Next Elixir is Albatross, says Phil. I wear Roger's Great Britain on Britain Day, says HMVT. Sauvage Pimp Juice. Pimp my ride. Oh dear. I might get up. I don't know if I'm going to go past my usual time tonight, though. I started later, but I don't think I'm going to go past my usual time. I just wanted to come on and kill some time, to be honest with you. Jonathan says, yeah, I know. Somehow I have gotten caught in a daily text vortex from So Avant-Garde. It's madness. Oh. Just unsubscribe or block them. Only Elixir I wear is Dior. All the others I tried are trash can water, says Stephs. What is this So Avant-Garde you all speak of, says Kelly. Kelly, I believe it's a website. I think it sells perfume. And they've got 30% off. What house impressions next, Rich? MPEG? Rubini? Parfums de Marly? Not Parfums de Marly, unless I'm going to be shitting on them. I can't be doing two awful ones back to back. Oh no, I have to do something for myself, do you know what I mean? I might do Anatoly Le Breton or Groysmith next. I think it'll be the Groysmiths. They're apparently really good. How much will Johnny Depp weigh in the next Sauvage commercial? Looking rather portly lately. Well, he's nearly 60 years old, to be fair. You know, he's getting on a little bit, bless him. And he's looking thick in his old age. God knows how big I'm going to be when I'm that age. Fuck that. Alright, he's fucking too big now. I need to lose some fucking both. I'm too thick. Too thick. Sorry, friends. Those tablets would not go down. What a day. What the hell is a Groysmith? Grossmith. Told Snake also choose your juice for this wonderful world, says Bob. Yo, DJ. Best Kurdish creation for me is Narciso Rodriguez. For him, Noir's up there. Where can one get a vintage M7, says HMVT? eBay. I've got a couple of them, but I'm not willing to part with them. No more snake oil, says Kelly. I fell off the wagon and bought more perfume. Got to quit the madness. What have you been buying? You should do a video, Kelly. What the hell is a Groysmith? I call them Groysmiths for some reason. I think that's how you say it. Grossmith. We're all on rich time, says Phil. You're the shot caller. Overpriced though. Yeah, it's a lot of money for the vintage, like. Recently I've been staring at my Sauvage EDT bottle. I've asked myself, am I a snob for not wearing it? I need to wear it. It's shite. Just get rid of it. If you can find the small square bottle, you're good, says Micah. Yeah, I've got a couple of them as well. It's a fucking great perfume. Andrei says, Javoy Musk Palace from a sample is his scent of the day. All joking aside, Sauvage Elixir is nice stuff, says Gerard. Time has a way of shrinking people literally, says Phil. The product was hoping for no pillaging or violence tonight. I saw a crane on fire. That is some top rioting, that. That is some fucking exquisite rioting. How do you set a crane on fire? Fuck. Most of it's empty fucking space. You know what I mean? Jesus. Fancy setting a crane on fire, man. Goodness me. Splendid rioting. I ordered 5 Javois samples today. Cannot wait to try them. What did you order, Spaced Out? I wore Elixir all day yesterday. Micro sprays, about 4 of them. Nuclear aromatics. Less is infinite. Just want to try private label from Javois. I wasn't impressed with the Javois I've tried, like. I'm going to make a video of my favourite fragrances in my collection that I'm afraid of being judged for wearing, says Jonathan. Guilty pleasures. Scent of the day. MJ says, Derby wooden frame bottle decant, great, but not worth €800. Correct. I sent our Graham Howitt a sample of vintage Derby and haven't heard from him since, so I imagine he's just been blown away by it. Jonathan, you can use your Sauvage on your plumber's crack. Oh dear. Are we accusing Jonathan of having a plumber's butt? Versace Pour On would be one of me guilty pleasures, says Prodeep. Pavilion Rouge. Les Jeux sont faits, la liturgie des rures, incident diplomatique and psychedelic. I love private label, says Spaced Out. This is infinite. Bob, you're a philosopher. Well, you can't get different sized infinities, you know. Some infinities are bigger than others. It's a strange old concept as the infinite. I don't know. Wearing some of my wife's stuff, I used to feel a bit self-conscious. These days, I don't care, says Micah. I smelled Mitsuko for the first time a couple of weeks ago. Now I need it, says Justin. Right. It's a good perfume. It's a bloody good perfume. Eh. $1 million Privé is a nice guilty pleasure, says Stuffs. 1 million Privé. Mine is the Le Male L'Essence de Parfum. Oh, shit is fire. Fire. I mean, it's not fire. It's probably some cold water, you know? But I fucking love it. There's just no kind of explanation for it. It's not right. It's not wrong. I mean, it is. It's more wrong than right. Let's put it like that. I wish I grabbed Man in Black a long time ago. Yeah, I've got a couple of bottles of that. It's really nice. Hello, Irregular Tangent, and hello, Lipstick Bohemian. You were wearing Riviera Verbena. Nice. J-Rod, Creed Aventus, if you have it, will be at the top of the list. What, for 8 and 9 years before I realised I was wearing the jizz of Satan. No, Duck Essence, the Parfum is fire, says Steph. Sampling vintage Lotta for Men aftershave, and it's outrageously good. It's a fabulous perfume. Kelly Lyons says, I almost got kicked out of college to prove I was worthy of staying. I had to wax eloquent on the concept of infinity. Good times. Bulgari Man in Black is a guilty pleasure for me, and Ombre Leather. Man in Black's a good perfume. Very different from Alberto Moraes' usual stuff, but it's fabulous. Funny you say that. I want to add it to the collection, but haven't for the same reasons yet. Another guilty pleasure is Artisan Pure. Artisan Pure. That's by Vivatos. John Vivatos. I never liked any of those perfumes. And then they went out of business one day. Like, they were everywhere. Ashton used to fucking love them. He used to talk about them all the time. And then they just went out of business one day. And then somebody bought them up. Crazy. Crazy. Well, friends, I'm off to dehydrate again. I'll be back. Hello, it's me. Oh, I'm back. So, what was I saying? Where were we? Let's have a look. Anything my wife gets me becomes a guilty pleasure. John Vivatos was a good old, if the last batches had the same power left. They never had any power. They were always very weak. Jean Vivatos, yes, too fresh for me normally, says Justin. I'm crazy for feeling, says Lily. I can see Zara going away soon. Tight margins. Just the massive. The perfumes maybe, but they make so much money. The funny thing is, you can't buy a t-shirt in a Vivatos store for less than $200, says Jonathan. That's probably why they're going out of business, just nobody's buying them. I innocently bought a Ventus walking through Nordstrom. Years later, at Base Notes, I was just attacked for being a frag bro. It was like, what the fuck, moment? I just wear it. I don't worship the shit. I want to try Dark Rebel Rider, says Justin. Kaftan YSL for guilty pleasure, says a regular tangent. Histoire de Parfume 1899 Hemingway is better than Spice Bomb and Man in Black. Those were the days, weren't they? Patsy Cline, #1. I bought a bunch of those vintage Vivatos. No, I bought a bunch of those Vivatos, and now they are just collecting dust. The Aqua is my favorite, but it's nothing Aqua about it. It's just very green. YSL Kaftan and Caban are not bad at all. I like 1889, says Micah. Find it way more subtle than Spice Bomb or Man in Black. Man in Black. I love Aventus, and people can take their labels and shove them up their squeak hole, says Gerard. If you love it, you wear it, you be happy with it. John Vivatos, couple good cheapies in that line from Discounters, says Phil. Brody, I heard Hemingway is way more depth than Spice Bomb. For me, Spice Bomb's got a lot of like an ISO-y super type thing going on. Histoire de Parfum is one of my favourite houses, says Jonathan. If you don't want a grenade in your collection, it's your loss, says Bob. Pep is going to be live in 30 minutes, so that will be fun. I'll be getting off in 30 minutes. I'm going to watch that stream. So if you would care to join us, I'll see you over there. But that's in half an hour. All right. So they've got some wonderful stuff. Scent of the Night is Le Bleu. Micah says 1899, 1828, 1740, 114, 1725. It's the keys to his luggage. It's the lock. That's the locks on his luggage, is called up. Spice Bomb, Eau Fraiche and Virgin Island Water is a guilty pleasure for me, says Steps. I've got more guilty pleasures. As what you could say, the AMN. I mean, the AMNs have been discontinued now, so they're less of a guilty pleasure than they are sort of like a fucking like a vintage perfume now, you know. L'Oreal don't get enough shit for discontinuing them fragrances, like scandalous bastards. They ruined them first as well, shat all over them, despicable. Durex Classy, Le Bleu is timeless. Gerard Squeakhole almost spit my coffee out. Yes, Squeakhole is quite funny. Who's live? Sentinel. Pep. I can be a classy tart sometimes, says Dura Rose. Bought Dura Rose a present today. He's coming to visit me at some point, of which I am extremely fucking happy with. Your blue high school frag, guilty pleasure, polo sport, brilliant. I don't feel any guilt about that. It's not very good, like in the overall thing, but it was. I feel no shame about that whatsoever. Do you know how many Fruit of the Loom t-shirts I can get for $200? Fruit of the Loom, dear me, that takes us back. Fuck. Luckily, nothing of value was lost with Amen, says DJ. Polo Sport for high school. Oh, hey, fuck me, what a fragrance. Amen carries a bit more respectable cachet than the Sauvage or the Varvatos. It does, actually. Always a special place for Angel Men, says Micah. Girl, you go with your tarty self. And he will. He will. Don't you worry. He will. He will go with his tarty self like you wouldn't believe. Probably I just missed the riots. How is it there now, says Jura. He started the riots and then bailed. That's what he did. Fierce is my guilty pleasure, but not really. Smells freaking good. Fierce is an outrageous perfume. It's fucking brilliant. Abercrombie and Fitch. Oh, fucking hell. Brand new sheets today. Fucking mother helped us change the bed. I don't know how many of you have ever had a bad back, right? But changing the sheets on your bed and the quilt on your duvet, right, is fucking impossible if you've got a bad back. If it wasn't for me mother, I'd genuinely have to, like, pay someone to help us. Fucking unbelievable. That shit will fuck you up. What is Fruit of the Loom? It's a shop. It's a shop. Rich, I had a chocolate tart, not a strawberry one. I apologize. I'm appalled. When you come over, I'm going to buy you a strawberry tart from this shop. There is a shop that sells strawberry tarts around here. And every time I see them, I think to myself, there goes Jura Rose. And then I think to myself, I'm still not fucking eating one because I don't particularly care for them. Jura, I had a pan of chocolat cappuccino for breakfast in the midst of the riot. Ah, yes. I wore the shit out of Polo Blue for a minute. You Polo Sport guys, brave, very brave. Polo Sport was immense. Imagine how much money the Fierce has made that company. Pfft. Keep them going for decades. Decades. Probably that sounds like my type of romance, says Jura. Fierce is the precursor to Sauvage, not blue fragrances these. How did we get the Fruit of the Loom under things from all things perfume? Any marmalade note perfumes would love to get some. That is an outrageous shout. Irregular tangent coming in at an irregular tangent, living up to his name very much so. A marmalade note. I hate marmalade, but I would smell a marmalade perfume. Cappuccino for breakfast and only for breakfast, says DJ. Jura, good day, young man, says Jonathan. Sir John, says Jura. Under things. Underlings. Alan letting slip his Darth nature there. Rich, this is National ISOE Super Month. Oh no. Bulgari Aqua Amara, another guilty pleasure. You're carrying a lot of guilt round with you there, Justin. Irregular, I think the house that does a Relic L'Amour has a marmalade note frag. And I think Joe Malone too. Phil won his Gazer Day. I adore marmalade provided it's not too bitter. Who was the famous bear? Is it Paddington that eats marmalade? Because the other one, Pooh Bear, eats fucking honey, doesn't he? Phil Stevens, bite your tongue. I just picked up Aqua Amara recently. It's not nearly as bad as people claim. Aritzia Patchouli has marmalade. Outrageous. Aritzia Legrand marmalade. I tried their lavender and it was just too much. It was far too powdery. I give it a Richie G. These apricot flaky pastries are so good, says Bob. Does that mean you're eating them? You know, it reminds me of good old summer toast and marmalade, says a regular tangent. I adore marmalade provided it's not too bitter, says Alan. Guilty pleasure for me, for the summer, cool water summer dive and cool water freeze me, says Steph. Jonathan, I don't normally like aquatics, but I dig the bitterness in Bulgari's Aqua Amara. I like a conserve, says Jura Rose. I like chestnut cream. Creme de marron. Well, there's all these people talking about these strange foods. I'm with you, Justin. It's kind of nice. There's a reason I stick with chicken these days when ratting out, says DJ. Had an awful steak today. Oh, dear. Kumquat marmalade. Kumquat marmalade. Someone called me a clockwork kumquat once, and I was fucking roaring. I don't know why. I just tickled as something shocking. Rich, you don't strike me as a fruit of the loom type guy. Just saying. Well, the only fruit of the loom that I have ever worn was a pair of pants when I got arrested, because my pants had my tracksuit bottoms had a string, like a drawstring, and they were like, "Look, we can't let you into the cell when you're wearing that." This was, I've been talking 20 odd years ago now. I was a youth. They were like, "Look, we can't let you into the fucking thing with that in case you hang yourself." I was like, "I've no fucking intentions of hanging myself." Like, they were like, "Yeah, but everybody says that," and I was like, "All right then." They were like, "Yeah, wear these instead." I was like, "I don't particularly want to take my pants off." But anyway, that's the only time I've ever worn fruit of the loom. Marmalade note would be awesome, says Justin. I like a bit of pork, says Jura. I've heard that about you, yes. Alan Hansen, mate, kumquat and marmalade. That sounds wicked. Would love to try that. Winnie the Pooh moved on from honey when he discovered Piglet was made out of bacon. Rowdy youth duck, fascinating. Oh, I was across the line a lot, in a big way. I was a very naughty boy. Hooligan behaviour, says DJ. Kumquat guzzler. I'm sure you are. Lily. Bob, have Rich give you my email and I'll send you the recipe. You could share numbers if you want. Eugene? Yeah, buddy. Eugene, I sent you a link today to something outrageous by Frederick Malle. I've got absolutely no idea what it was. Do you know what that is? It's in the chat between just between me and you. I have no idea what that is. It's a Monsieur thing. Ooh, let me ask you, friends. If you are into liking streams, please. I shall not halt your progress if that's something you want to do. If you want to like this stream, you are more than welcome. Please do. Eugene, how are your raisins? I wasn't expecting to read that. How are your raisins? Richard, says Floral Notes. La Tessa for scent of the day, says a regular time. Yes, drop your scent of the day in if you want. Harry says, just in case anyone needs, the 30% off code for So Avant-Garde is Fireworks30. See, these are the strong, publicly, civically minded people I like having here. You know, get you 30% off of this. I've never heard of this website that I can remember anyway, which isn't really saying much because my memory's turned to fucking Swiss cheese. Excuse me. And Rich, how are your lemons? I don't have any lemons. I got sick of chicken when I was bodybuilding. Ate 3 to 6 chicken breasts a day. Good Lord. That's a lot of chicken breast. That's a lot of breasts you've been putting in your mouth. Scones with raisins. Yes. Lovely. Guzz the stream. Well, you don't have to guzz it, but you can like it. Scent of the day is Amber Absolute. Why at this time of year? These people are fucking brave. RXL, welcome. Scent of the day is Zaro Pour On. Ah, yes. That reminds me of Dev. Dev likes his Zaro Pour On. My Azaro Porom is somewhere in my spring rotation, I think. Number 19, that's good. Says the regular tangent, it is. Number 19, EDT. Vetiver Extraordinaire is also very good, says Pulp Ephemera. They might be in the Southern Hemisphere, says Pep. Yes, you're right, they might. I shall be watching Pep's live, for which I will leave in good time. Don't worry, Pep. I will leave at 10 o'clock, my time. So 15 minutes left. And then I will be coming to watch Pep's stream. That'll be fun. I am in Vetiver Extraordinaire, says Pradeep. Gonna try that in autumn, see how it goes down. Eugene, do you know the ETA for the bottles to Valerie, says MJ. Is the Zoro Porom still good nowadays? Yeah, it's better than most of the stuff you'll buy on the shelves. MJ, they've arrived already. Fruit of the Loom, the original whitey tighties. Yikes. I used to wear them when I was like a child. And then I got to like 13 or something. I was like, whoa, get these off my balls. I need room. I'm in the AC, so I'm going with Eau de Beau today. Eau de Beau. Pep is here. And Pep is the first person I heard of talking about Eau de Beau. And I discovered Eau de Beau through Pep. And I still love it to this day. Raspberry Jaffa cakes and coffee with this stream. Raspberry Jaffa cakes, that's outrageous. Raspberry Jaffa cake. I would like to eat a raspberry Jaffa cake. Are they homemade or can you buy them in the shop? Pradeep says I got Santa Maria Novella's Vetiver for 25. Hope it's not shite. I wouldn't have thought it'd be shite. No need, my friend, says Sentinel. No, there is. There's every need. I knew when I started late I was going to end at the same time as usual. It just turns out you're streaming at the same time. So it's all sort of come together, really. But thank you. Long for Fruit of the Loom. Hit the stretchy cotton these days, says Bob. When will you have me arrive? Eugene, says Lily. I used Fruit of the Loom t-shirts as pajamas, says Paul Ephemeral. Excuse me. Oh. Someone is selling me or attempting to sell me a bottle of Bois d'Argent cologne, which I am extremely interested in. Yes, another one. When will you have me arrive, Eugene? I used Fruit of the Loom t-shirts. Tracking you now, Lily, says Eugene. Think I'd have to credit Pep as well. Eugene, how are you? J-Rod says, Justin Height recovering from surgery for a torn right bicep. Ooh! Torn right bicep, eh? That does sound painful. Are you struggling to lift? I imagine you're struggling to lift a knife and fork at the minute. Fuck that. How come Phoebe Waller is employed in the UK? Absolutely destroyed my favourite character in Indiana Jones. The woman, she writes and has starred in some fucking interesting things. Phoebe Waller-Bridges, I think, is her real name. Or her full name, anyway. She could be quite big, actually. Hope I'll be coming soon, says Lily. You filthy animal, you. Bois d'Argent cologne is brilliant. Damn it, now I want to wear that. Yes, it is fantastic, to be fair. So far, it's kumquat marmalade tied with raspberry Jaffa cakes, raspberries, as they say in central London. That sounds painful. Torn bicep, sport injury. I think it might have just been lifting. Hey, that is painful as all fuck. That's def on the list. Hard to find the colognes, including Eau Noir. I would like an Eau Noir cologne, if I'm being perfectly honest. Zoro Pour On is still good, lasts just as long. They've added a tad of sweetness with buying in its modern form. I have 3 vintage and 1 modern. The vintage are a bit better, but the modern is good. Yeah, it's certainly better than 95%, 99% of the stuff that's going to be on the shelves at the minute. To be honest, you can get it really good prices. You can get really good prices on them for. You can get really good prices for them on discounters. If the riots won't stop, I might well have to move to Newcastle, says Pradeep. That might cause riots in and of itself. I bet fucking Pradeep was there. I bet he started the riots. He kicked off. He probably said something outrageous in that cafe, you know, and then people started rioting and he just sat back and watched the world burn. Excuse me. I have a brand new. Ooh! He wants $685. Oh, that's Canadian fucking dollars. It's 250 ml, like. That's a 2005 bottle. He sent pictures and all sorts. Fair play to you. It certainly is. Sealed $685. What's that in real money? Dollars and pounds? Ooh! That's 540 quid, mate. Mate. Take 550. He bitch you. That is not a great price. Zoro Pour On is still good. Oh, sorry, I've read that. Bicep torn from my shoulder, proximal tear rather than from the elbow, inside elbow area, distal tear. Ah. I bet it still fucking hurt, though. Hello, on average, Joe. How are you? Backup hunting, are we? Not on purpose. Considering I paid £150 for my 125 ml of Bois d'Argent cologne, I don't want to pay that, to be honest with you. I don't want to pay that at all. I might ask him for a fucking day or two to fucking think about it. I do like it, actually, more than I like the Eau de Parfum, I must admit. It's extremely intricate. But the chances of making that back are next to nothing, like, and I do not know this person. Hello, on average, Joe. A Mandarina Duck Black, lick the stream, says Scent of the Day. If you want to lick the stream, you may lick the stream. It would be marvellous. Back up hunting, are we? Well, not on purpose. This bloke approached me. You know? He sent us pictures and everything. So fair play. You're not taking the piss. Excuse me. That is quite a DP Scent of the Day. All the care I take in lifting smart, I told my bicep at work, stopping a piece of pipe from rolling off some blocks of wood, odd angle, and it didn't take much. That's it, you see. It's all about leverage, isn't it? You get at a funny angle, or if you move in a strange way and then you apply pressure, that's just body mechanics, and you're fucked. You know? It's fucking crazy. And there's very little you can do about it apart from scream and say, ow, that hurts a lot. Please do not hurt me any further. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Excuse me. Excuse me whilst I yawn in your ears. I'm a tired boy. Oh, God. Couldn't imagine tearing a pec. I've seen it happen, though. It looks ugly. I think the worst one I've seen is when somebody tore their fucking hamstring, right? Like it was a bad tear. He had to have surgery. Like they operated on him like almost immediately. And I heard it go, and it was literally like a fucking rubber band or something like that. It was fucking awful. And the kid was screaming. And he said like afterwards, he was like, oh, honestly, it was like the worst. It was like cramp, but like infinitely worse, like to the nth degree. And I was like, ooh. And he was like, yeah. And honestly, when it healed, right? When it healed, you should have seen the fucking divot. It's the only way I can put it to you. It was a divot. It was like a fucking canyon in his leg. The back of his leg, right? There was like a fold, a crease, a fold. Like a V. You know? Absolutely batshit. It was fucking horrible. He says to this day, he still can't walk properly. Like, compared, he says you never get it back. I was like, but you should see it, honestly. It's crazy. It was a horrible noise. A fucking surgeon said it was one of the worst he'd ever seen. I mean, he didn't tell me that because I didn't go to the fucking hospital with him. But the surgeon had told me, mate, he was like, that's one of the worst tears I've ever seen of any muscle at all. Months, possibly years before he ever, like, went back to the gym and stuff like that, like running, all that kind of thing. Fucking pain and suffering, that shit. Fuck that. I couldn't imagine tearing apart. Only time I pinched a nerve is from reeling in bed and twisting in a weird angle, never in the gym. I've got sciatica. I've got like permanent sciatica. That's why I take the gabapentin all the time. The fucking misery of sciatica. It's crazy, especially when you take gabapentin for it, because it just feels like you've got like your leg's dead. You know? Like, it literally feels like a dead weight sometimes. Bacteria are disgusting if you see pec tears. It's like a sack being torn open. Yuck. Brilliant. Guichard needs a new perfume for Maitre Perfume. I think they should just call it a bad job and just close the brand. Fucking shit. Absolutely shit. I am thinking about that. That fucking bad leg. Like, it's honestly, it's mad. You run your hand over the back of his leg and then you just get to a point where it just goes in. Your fucking finger just goes in. You know what I mean? It's like an arse crack in his leg. That's what it's like. Like, not to be too, like, lewd or anything like that, but it's literally like an arse crack. It's fucking rough. Hamstring, I couldn't imagine. That's what my bicep did. The muscle immediately balled up on the inside of the elbow area. My arm, it cramped up real bad with any curl type motion. Yeah. I know somebody who got in a fight and some kid pulled a knife and slashed him on his tricep, and he still to this day can't make a fist with his left hand. This kid he slashed him on his left arm and fucking cut through the fucking, must have been like a tendon or something. you know, or a muscle, and you literally can't make a proper fist to this day. Can't ball his fist up to this day. Fucking vile beast pulling a knife in a normal fight. Thanks for the well wishes. Yes, sure, Rod. I hope that you I hope you feel better. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Thank you very much for cheering us up. I do feel cheered up. I hope you will join me over at the Sentinel stream, Pep, and I will be watching and hope to see you there. And thank you very much for commenting and watching and liking the stream. I shall see you all again soon. Bye.